so I'm losing excuses for all that I am. I'll live with the bruises to become a man. Not letting go of the hearts that were cold. Would you notice that I'm so broken inside? So let me face the world on my own. Travel far and open roads. Face the world even if it is cold. I fall apart without any soul.
Hey guys, this is Spark Blood Soldier here, and this is part 2 on what if Asta had Sun Wukong magic, monkey style. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. Now, let's go! Asta was training with his real jungle bang, which he was getting much more flexible with using a staff. And then Sun Wukong smirks. Oh, he's using my very special staff with so much strength and ferocity. I'm already having fun. And then Asta thinks, I wonder how it extended. And then Sun Wukong thinks, then he snaps his fingers, and Asta was hearing pages flipping, and then Asta says, whoa, did the grimoire do this? I didn't even flip any pages or use my mana. And then it shows the how to extend and shrink the Ryu Jingle Bang. And then Asta says, I never read these before, but this word is sounding strange to me, but I'll give it a try. And Asta then takes a deep breath and then says these words, Shengja. And Asta then makes his pole extend bigger than the trees itself. And Asta says, whoa, so big! How can I unextend it? Then the paper of the grimoire shows it to him. And Asta says, oh, that's simple. And then Asta is seeing the pole going higher and higher, going to the skies itself. And Asta says, I need to shrink it quick. While he was going to say the word, all of the people see a giant pole coming out of the ground and going to the skies. And says, Asta's at it again. And then another person looks at it. Well, I think I need to go to take a dump and sing something. And then Asta says this, Shunzol! And then the power pole then goes down and shrinking. And Asta then says, now, stop! And Asta's pole then becomes its normal self again. And Asta says, oh boy, I didn't even expect that to happen. And the Monkey King was laughing out of its sheer inequality. Oh, this is humor. I'm loving this guy already. He's already getting used to my simple magic. Well, I can't blame him if he doesn't understand the words of those two. He is a foreigner, but this is just great humor. And us trying to get a very, very great thinking on it. Oh, maybe. And then the Monkey King, Sun Wukong, looks at him. So he's already figured it out. Shunzo! And Asta shrinks the power pole to a mere twig. And Asta says, so that's how short it can get. Kinda underwhelming. Then Monkey King says, hey, nobody asked you! And Asta then thinks, I can put it around me to make sure I have it safe. Never mind on underestimating it. And then Sun Wukong then smirks in all cockiness. You know the greatness of the true Sun Wukong, kid! And Asta doesn't know Sun Wukong is laughing because, well, he's in a grimoire. His full magic is in the grimoire. So, But Asta does, however, feel like somebody's laughing. Wonder who it is. Then Asta goes back to the church, and Sun Wukong having a riot at this point. But after they go to the church to, well, go to sleep, it was unknowing that some familiar beings have seen the actions. And then one of the beings comes to the church in the skies. He then feels the same presence that he felt before, and the being says this: Sun Wukong, it's been over 4,000 years in your slumber, and you're already annoying God, but I don't care about the person you were. I am gonna that challenge once again. I, Nizaha, want that rival back. And then he goes towards the church in his skates and doesn't try to interrupt any of the mortals' sleep in the church. And Nazha then tries to sense Sun Wukong's magic, and Nizaha then says, "Where are you, Monkey King?" And then he sensed the magic from Asta, and Nizaha then says, "So you are the bearer of the Monkey King." And then Nizaha then walks towards Asta. "Show yourself, Monkey King!" And then the grimoire comes out of Asta, and then glow of laughter, and says, "Been a while, Nizaha. I haven't seen you for decades. How you been? Still have that feelings for that Phoenix girl?" And Nizaha then gets annoyed on what Sun Wukong said. "That's enough out of that. I'm here to challenge you and give you the repent you deserve." And Sun Wukong says, "Man, you're so uptight. I didn't do anything wrong." And Nizaha then says, "You already annoyed the spirits, and you caused a little tantrum. I have great respects for the Buddha. I am here to give a little demonstration." And then Sun Wukong says, calm down. It was just my little partner here who was trying to figure out my magic. I only gave him little help on the extending and shrinking." And Nizaha then looks at Sun Wukong and takes a deep breath. "Are you sure?" And then Sun Wukong says, "Promise, I'm not lying this time." And Sun Wukong looks at Nizaha and says, "If I was at my full strength, we would have destroyed the mountains by now. Heck, after images, I can't tell if you got dumber or not." And Nizaha then says, "You always have to steal my better lines, don't you?" And then Sun Wukong says, "Come on, you're too easy." And Nizaha then sighs. "Fine, I believe you." And Nizaha then says, "But if you cause any trouble again, I'll fight you till my very life, Monkey King." And Monkey King says, "I won't lose to you, Lotus Prince." And Nizaha then goes off. And then Sun Wukong sighs and says, "Such annoying as usual. He's always persistent on that justice thing." After waking up in the morning, Asta was feeling his whole body cracking from sleeping. And then when Asta was getting ready to get training, he then sees the grimoire showing him. And Asta says, "Huh? Hey, what's going on here?" And then Asta says, "Is my grimoire self-taught telling me something?" And then the chapters flip every pages and showing him one skill of a martial art. And then Asta looks at it. Huh? Whoa! Some flips and some skill! This is awesome! What is it called? And then Sun Wukong then does a little fun betrayal and does flashy moves. While Asta doesn't know he's doing that. And Sun Wukong says, "Oh, my dear little friend, it's just one of the fun martial arts of all time, and the greatest of one of the best gods there are. It's monkey style!" And then Asta says, "Monkey style? I'm not a monkey, but I am gonna learn those moves." And then Sun Wukong then scratches his head and says, "Well, you already have a monkey's tail." And Asta was learning how to become fast, agile as a monkey, while learning the monkey-style Shaolin martial arts. And then Sun Wukong enjoying his training routine and clapping on with how Asta was doing. "Great job, man! I'm feeling proud of you!" And Asta was amazed on how the monkey style is so reflexive. I can do anything in the acro air with these reflexes. And Asta then tributes some martial arts with his hand without implying the bow staff. Showing some quick, fast punches and some swift kick and a acrobatic kick in the air. And Sun Wukong says, "Man, you're such a killer!" And then Asta says, "I can't believe I can do these things! These are so awesome!" And Sun Wukong was enjoying every single bit of it. Even though Asta can't see him, he's just so proud on how he can do this. And then Yuna says, "Alright, Asta, it's time to go." And Asta says, "Right, Yuna!" And the Monkey King, Sun Wukong, then says, "No way anybody can beat him now." And then both Yuno and Asta go to become Magic Knights. And then when walking down, they see anti-birds being fed by people in the streets of the village. And when both Yuno and Asta look at that, Asta then sees a giant anti-bird coming to Asta and sits on his head. And Sun Wukong says, while Asta can't see him and everything, "What? No way! My little pal here is weak. I am the greatest god of all gods in above heaven, equal to it at that. No way my pupil is that weak." And Asta says, "Huh?" And Yuno says, "Hey, I think I found your little friend." And Asta says, "Don't even joke about that, Yuno." And Sun Wukong gets very pissed off on what is going on. But he'll don't try not to kill that bird. Even if he can, he's still in the grimoire. There's a bit of limitations to it. So, Sun Wukong then leaves the bird alone. And then both Asta and Yuno get to the Magic Knight arena. And then both Yuno and Asta were going to use broom. Yuno uses the broom pretty easily, but Asta was having trouble using it. And Sun Wukong says, I don't know how brooms work, but I think I found another way to fly." And then a certain person named Seke introduced himself. And Seke says, I think I see someone needing help. I think I can help you on this." And Asta says, "Really?" And when he says that, the grimoire of the Monkey King flips every page. And so Asta says, "Whoa! Looks like my grimoire has something up its sleeve." And Seke says, "No way a grimoire could." And when he said that, Asta then sees the page. Flying Nimbus? And then a Nimbus cloud appears. And Asta says, "Whoa! So awesome!" And Seke says, I didn't know you could summon something like that. But it must be weak." And then Sun Wukong says, "Weak? Weak?" And Asta then gets on top of it and says, "Well, it can carry me." And then the Nimbus cloud goes up in the air and Asta rides it. Woohoo! Yeah! And Asta then sees Yuno. "Hey, Yuno!" And Yuno then smiles at Asta, seeing how riding a cloud. And then Asta says, "This is fun! Woohoo!" Making loopy loops out of it, showing very good control around it. And Seke says, "I highly doubt he's that proficient." And then Asta comes down with the flying Nimbus and says, "Wanna try?" And Seke says, "I'll show you what true skill is." Then when Seke tries to get on it, the flying Nimbus then gets it away from. And Seke says, "Huh? Oh, I don't think maybe it's going to be this." And trying to grab on it and sit on it, he then flops down on the ground. And Asta says, "I don't think it likes you." And Seke says, "Maybe I should try again." And then he tries to sit on it, but he falls and hits his butt on the ground. No matter. Then when Asta was wondering why it's not working, the Grimoire shows it. "Oh, that makes sense." And Seke says, "Oh, what makes sense?" And Asta says, "The flying Nimbus only allows people with pure heart to ride it. I guess you don't have one." And Seke says, "Huh? What do you mean?" "It means you don't have your heart is not in the right place." Seke says, "How foolish! My heart is in the right place." And Asta doesn't see that. But when they were talking, Sun Wukong got pissed on what Seke says this. That's it. Now you'll face the wrap-up, the Monkey King, insolent brat." And then Asta sees his grimoire getting fired up, and Asta was just amazed. A grimoire might have feelings on that. And then Seke was showing him how the magic works and basically shooting magic. And Asta then says his bow staff, Shunjo. And then a hole appeared, and Seke says, "I didn't know it came through your pocket. But it seems that all looks a mere hole. Oh, how?" Then Asta says, "Shunjo." And then the pole extends and hitting the target. And then Seke says, "Alright, let's try the other test. Creation." And Seke shows his bronze magic, which he creates something. And then Asta's grimoire comes and shows, and Sun Wukong's, "That's too easy. I know one specific magic that could beat yours in 10 seconds. And then Asta reads it. All I need is my hair." And Seke says, "Hair? Oh, that's so low." And then Asta plucks a hair and blows it. And then his magic goes and creates something unique. And Seke says, "Huh?" And the hair turns into a pot. Then Asta then grabs another one and blows it and makes another thing out of his clone. And then Asta appears. Seke says, "What?" And Asta says, "Oh, I think my magic could allow me to create and duplicate memes or objects." And Seke was getting angry at Asta, who is having more creativity than his magic could ever have. Better magic than he has. He can beat him in combat to humiliate him. And then both Asta and Seke go to the arena and get ready. And Asta pulls out his pole, and Seke's boasts again. Haha! I'm going to let you hit my magic, and I'll make sure to do the same. And Asta was honestly getting annoyed with Seke's antics at this point, so Asta thinks, maybe I should do something else. And Sun Wukong smirks. Ugh, looks like he's gonna use the monkey style for once in combat. This is gonna be great. And Asta then shows his skills with his boasting. And Asta looks at Seke. Alright, here I come! And Asta rushes to Seke, and Asta then gets ready for that attack. And Seke says, aha! I block your attack! And he makes a bronze dome. And when he does that, Asta takes a deep breath. And when he gets close to the dome, Asta puts out a fist and takes a deep breath of a blow. Asta says this, Monkey King's short punch! And Asta made a 1-inch punch, breaking through the dome, and Seke was surprised. What? And Asta said, sorry about this. And Asta then uses his bow staff and swings and hits Seke with enough force to knock him out. The weight of his... And Seke then hit to the cement stage and crashing down. And all the lookers were surprised on what Asta did. And all the participation look at it and see what Asta did and what his magic was. He can construct some basic and some incredible things without even trying, and his magic is very powerful. And then all the captains come and look at the ranks, and Asta got a big star passing through with flying colors without even trying. And all the captains look at him with look of interest, with Lagolia was impressed on Asta's magic and how he can control it with no burden. Silic Nozel was not impressed that much. Dorothy was amazed on how creative he was, and Will was also very interested on how creative get with his magic if he paints it. The blue rose Captain Charlotte was impressed on how controlling Asta's magic can be, but also unique. Jack the Ripper was also interested on Asta, but he doesn't care as much because he doesn't have any bloodlust. And Yami says, alright, I'll take it. And then all the captains look at it, but not as surprised, because his magic is very reliable, but they don't know how reliable it is. So it's good choice to have Yami taken. And then Asta introduced himself, and Yami looks at Asta. And magic is strange. I like that. But also, showing a menacing aura. Well, call me a Monkey D. Fiddle. No wonder I noticed that pull. Alright, kid. You'll be the honorary member of Black Bulls. And they go gate, and Sun Wukong said, alright, let's do this. But when we did that, in the skies of heaven above, there was a spirit coming towards the Jade King's palace. And the spirit then tells the Jade Emperor is shocked to hear this. Sun Wukong has come back. That monkey. And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus,